Hello guys, today we are going to see about Google Bigquery. So we know the Bigquery is the Google features available in the Google Cloud platform. It's a warehouse. We can get this source of data from anywhere and load into the Bigquery and use for analytics. It's very fast and serverless one. It's very useful for managing data in the cloud. So BigQuery is a fully managed petabyte-scale analytics data warehouse that enable business to analyze all their data very quickly. It's a serverless platform. We don't need to worry about infrastructure. BigQuery also support wide range of data type, even for structure, semi-structure, and unstructured data. Some of the benefits of BigQuery is very scalability. Its performance is very good. Speed, so it brings the data very faster than any other product. So effectiveness. So it's the when you store the data, it will not consume any charge. When you retrieve the data, it's charged based on the data we retrieve. It's cost effective, easy to use also. So we can use as a data warehouse to very big data warehouse to give good report for the management using analytics or anything. We can use BigQuery ML also if we don't have time to create a separate system and creating train the model, may deploy the model and use for the production. Instead of that, we can use BigQuery ML directly in the BigQuery itself. We can create the model, evaluate the model, and train the model, deploy inside the BigQuery itself. We can use for the predictions also. So these are the best options available in the BigQuery. We can use for our analytic purpose and for also the prediction. So then BigQuery, the performance is very quick because of the partition and the clustering. The two techniques available in the BigQuery. Partition divides a table into smaller segments, then it's called the partition based on the columns and set of columns. This can improve query performance by allowing BigQuery to quickly locate the data. So when you use the partition in the table, it will not read the entire table. It will make time to retrieve the give the result. It when you use the partition, it will go and see a set of data in the BigQuery and the partition column. It bring the data very quickly. So clustering sort the data in the table based on the columns or set of columns. This can improve query performance by allowing BigQuery to scan the data in the sorting order. So it's also very good to get the data very fast and in the sorting order. So the partition and clustering are more effective when we are running the queries that filter on a partition or clustering columns. So best we can use this partition for retrieve the data very quickly and specific range of date and order. If you bring filter and order by the clustering, it bring the result very quickly. When you create the partition table, we need to specify which columns we are going to partition and which column we are going to cluster. These are important things when we create the partition table. So it helps us to improve the query performance, and costs also will reduce because we get the data by specific date range. It will not see whole table, so the cost will be reduced and easy to manage. So these are the best things we it attract the user to go to the BigQuery warehouse. We can create the secure for BigQuery by dataset wise and also the query view wise. If we take the structure of the architecture of the BigQuery. There's a project. Inside the project there we have the data set. Inside the data set we have the tables. So if we need to use for a specific user, we can share the data set to the specific user using the IAM role, and also the access role. So they can access the specific data set. If we need to give the specific data to the outside organization, we can create the views and share the view to that specific user, to avoid to give full data information, full organization informations. So when you see the um, page here, right here, this is the normal data table. When you partition and cluster, the data will be like this. When you partition based on the creation date, it will based on the date, it is partitioned like this. When you go and search specific record in specific date, it will go and search directly here. So then it clustered by the tags. So it bring based on the what the filter what we pass in the cluster. So typically how we get the data here means in the BigQuery, we will streaming the data by PubSub, then push the data using the data flow and push the required values in the BigQuery. After the get the data in the BigQuery, we will process the data. Then the BigQuery itself automatically process the data into will export and train the model based on the ML what we select. It will train the model and deploy. Then within this 2 3 step, we can create the ML model and use it for our predicting applications. So as I said, we can create the roles. We can share the roles for the user based on the BigQuery admin and BigQuery data weaver. And also we can give the permission inside also BigQuery jobs creator and also database creator. As I said here in the ML model, we have list of MLs we can use here. If you use the BigQuery MLs, we have data inside the same place, so it's very speed and also easy to use. Also we can create the model very quickly. So where we can use the BigQuery ML mostly in the frequent places, predictive analysis. So it will the BigQuery ML can use to build predictive model that we use for predict future outcomes. Recommendation system, we can build the recommendation system using the BigQuery ML for like movie recommendation, library, books recommendations. These are the best of place to can use the BigQuery ML. And also the fraud detections. BigQuery ML is best to create the model, detect the fraud in the credit card or anything. So the MLs available in the BigQuery is linear regressions. Linear regression, we know this model used to predict the continuous value. Logistic regressions, so it will use to predict the categorical values. Logistic, binary available and multi available, so it will predict binary means 0 and 1, it will predict yes no, or multi means multi categorical values, it will based on the multiple category values, it will give the predictions and give the results. And also available k means clustering, used to cluster the data points in the group. Based on the group, it will give the prediction and give the result. And principal component analysis available is used to reduce the dimensionality of the data. So PCA used to reduce dimension of the data. This is also available in the BigQuery. And also time series forecasting, so is used to forecast the future value of the time series. So we can find the future value based on the data available in the BigQuery. So it helps to create the model very easily in the ML and use for our productions. It has a cost effective way, and also in the cloud we can easy to manage. So is the best way to maintain the data and use for our analytics and ML applications for prediction. Thank you.